another SPY trade day. Um, as we can see, I got got all my little lines on here. Let me move some of this so it won't, so it doesn't look so cluttered. Um, but as you can see, the SPY opened here and it went straight down below the 200. And that was my sign to get in. And I looked at, and sometimes I don't know where my brain goes. I'm sitting there looking at the entry at times, and then you can have a thought, and then if you don't catch that move, right when you should, you kind of you go to a place and you're like, oh wait a minute, I should have gotten in there. So as you see, it broke down. Once it broke, it retested, and we see it a strong retest of that 20 EMA, and it was off to the races from there, boy. It went on down, 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 and I caught it. I caught it, and we left out in profit. It wasn't as great of a profit as it could have been, but I did get in much later, and I actually got in the midst of all this choppy mess. So I got chopped out of it before it continued to just fall on down thereafter. But as we see right here, we got that first candle, and it's real risky trading the open. So that's why I'm probably a little bit too careful. And once I knew that, okay, we see we're straddling the fence and we're seeing that we're above, but we were at all time highs, but we had a little bit of some um from the previous day. We had some shorting going on. And so here, the true test was when it broke that 200 and it came back and retested it. And as you see, we were using the 2 minute chart. This was my entry right here. And I missed that entry, but this was should have been my entry because we had the break come on down. So another entry was right here, another attempt at that, not at that 20. So as you see, it attempted the 20 again and it rejected it again, and that was another entry point. Of course, I got in. Let me see, where did I get it? I got in. No, I actually got in on that one. I got in right here, and the rejection of that. So that was another entry point that I actually got in on. But of course, being up here and trying to move down to break even got me caught up in the chop. So although I had a strong entry up here away from the chop, moving down into break even mode kind of chopped me on up to where I got out. I was stopped out in profit. But of course, up here, moving to like a break even point would have been a much safer strategy because I'm still above all the extra that went on. And as we see, it attempted to that 200 again. It made an attempt. As you see here, it rejected it. And then it was on at that point. It dropped back down. Um, Even possibly getting back in would have been okay. It dropped back down here below the 20 and the 9. You see the death cross where the yellow's back on top. When the 20 EMA is on top and the 9 is on the bottom, you know that that's an active, at that time, it's an active sell off or shorting at that time. Whether it's a small amount of shorting happening and ends up crossing again because it's a smaller time frame. So that's once that break happened, that's another entry right there. Rejection of the 20, rejection of the 20, even getting in on that counter came back and retested again, and it just continued to keep going all the way down in the um, down to the pits of the bottomness. So we did catch some profit, not as much as I would have liked to have locked down, but it was a okay day. So we'll be ready tomorrow. It dropped down pretty low, but it's already roaring back up, and it's already in pre-market, already coming back in to that 200 EMA and kind of straddling the fence. So we'll see a pre-market tomorrow, and probably be ready take down some longs tomorrow because we're right here at the 9 and it's already starting to reject the 9. So we'll see it opening tomorrow, what happens, and go from there.